Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to this brief video on the paranormal and mysterious. I'm Rye, and today I would like to talk about a case from back in time, dating all the way back, in fact, to 1743 AD, in a place in Wales known as Anglesey, near to the town of Holyhead. This particular case came to my attention via the Swansea UFO Network website as I was scrolling their database. I thought I would look it up a little more closely and talk about it as follows. For this, I'm citing the website thinkaboutitdocs.com as my primary reference here. And if there are any inaccuracies in this description, then please, feel free to correct me. But anyway, going forward, so as it states here on the screen, in summary, Mr. Morris, an experienced mining engineer, master of many languages, and eminent antiquarian, had a report from Anglesey. This was made by a farmer named William John Lewis, whose steading lay near Peibio, a little place only a stone's throw from Holyhead. Ploughing, as it was written, with his servant, boy in ye fields, he saw bearing down upon him a ship of 90 tons, rigged like a ketch, with its foretack at the cathead and its pennant and ancient flying. The day was described as indifferent and cloudy, but the detail of the ship could be clearly seen. It was coming from ye mountains of Snowdon, not by sailing on the waves around Holyhead, but moving about a quarter of a mile high off from ye ground. The farmer called his wife. She ran from the farmhouse in time to see the ship in the sky retreating, its pennant lowered to the deck and all sails furled. It was steering stern foremost, making for whence it had come, the mountains of Snowdonia. Mr. Morris hastened to Holyhead and interviewed first the wife and then husband separately. Neither had any doubt about the circumstances. The wife had not acquaintance with sea terms, but was quite sure of what she had seen. Her only doubt was that the 297 neighbours might think, if she allowed Mr. Morris to publish the affair. He found the husband at an inn, visiting Holyhead on farm business. He had no doubt that the man was sober and sincere, with no trace of melancholic disposition that might have led him to exaggerate or imagine. The ship had been plain to see, exact in every detail. The keel could be observed from below. The sails were distended from the wind. When the foresail was lowered, it hung in a natural way over bow. In the end, a cloud hid the vessel from sight, but not before the farmer, his wife, and his boy had had their observation supported by a flock of birds that assembled to examine the phenomenon and flew around it from all directions. When the vessel began its backward journey, the birds, with one accord, flew from it northwards in the opposite direction. What finally persuaded Mr. Morris was the way in which the farmer, William John Lewis, assured him that he had seen another such ship exactly 10 years earlier in much the same place, and that 10 years before then again he had seen just such another. The ships were, in each case, very like the old packet boats that plied between Holyhead and Ireland. The very ropes of the rigging could be counted one by one, he concluded. And at the end it says, since the hill at Holyhead is the only height in Anglesey to face the distant loftiness of Snowdon, some trick of refraction may have been responsible for picking up vessels plying the Menai Straits and setting them pennant and antient and all to steer the skies above Peibio. And there you have it. That's the article. Very interesting, very unusual. It's not a case that I'd exactly heard of, although I'm more familiar with more modern cases. But anyway, what do you think? That's very interesting. Again, I'd like to cite thinkaboutitdocs.com for this. So thank you, and I appreciate your time listening. And goodbye. Take care.